We have seen them at work, and the WREG investigators were the first local TV crew to ride along with the Memphis Safe Task Force. But just how much do we really know about what they're doing on the streets of Memphis as they crack down on crime? Well, tonight we are digging into the transparency of the task force.
WREG investigator April Thompson has a look at what members are saying and what they are not.
When the Memphis Safe Task Force agreed to let WREG ride along during their enforcement on the streets last fall, they said it was about showing the public just how they were working to put a dent in crime.
You know, we're running 24/7 operations here.
And making thousands of arrests. These press releases have become almost daily mailings, the task force touting almost 4,700 arrests from October to January 1st.
We do our best at trying to put out press releases, which I'm sure you folks have been a part of, and highlighting significant arrests, with arrests averaging anywhere between 40, 50, and 60 arrests a night.
Here, the task force lists notable arrests for the 3-month period. People picked up on warrants for everything from murder to sexual battery to assault. It's just a fraction of the thousands of arrests the task force says it has made.
We can't obviously capture all of those arrests, so we try to go with the most significant. As far as what happens after, you know, when someone's charged here in the criminal justice system, that starts the entire process.
But there is no way of verifying the actual number of arrests. The task force has not released an ongoing cumulative list of just who has been taken in and for what. The process of tracking criminals after they are arrested can be difficult at best, especially with no names and date of birth. And charges vary from state to federal and even immigration court. For activist and pastor Earl Fisher, it raises a lot of questions.
I think it's abundantly obvious that we don't know enough.
Pastor Fisher has long called for more transparency about just who is being arrested and for what reasons.
We are at the mercy of their presentation and their narrative shaping, which we know has been proven to be less than adequate as it relates to telling the truth, especially to the most vulnerable of us in our communities.
On an end-of-the-year press release, the task force did list 10 names out of thousands as notable arrests over the 3 months since they came to town. WREG tried to track some of the cases in court, like 25-year-old China White, who the task force identified as a gangster disciple wanted for 2 counts of murder in 2020. We found a China White in the court system, set to have an arraignment on January 30th. Then there is 36-year-old Arsenio Davis, who the task force says they arrested in October for first-degree murder after a female was found dead and a second person partially dismembered. We found in Arsenio Davis's case in court, too. He is due back January 28th for a mental evaluation. And 30-year-old Nigel Farmer was arrested in November for a first-degree murder that happened in October after a 31-year-old woman was shot. He was arrested in Omaha, Nebraska, but the task force doesn't mention their exact role in capturing him. Pastor Fisher wonders who is actually making these arrests and who is getting credit.
What kind of process are they using to describe and define who gets credit for what stop? They can tell you right now that they've made almost 5,000 arrests, but they cannot tell you, or they can tell you, but they won't tell you which agency made which arrest.
WREG asked Memphis Police, the Sheriff's Office, and Tennessee Highway Patrol how they tabulate arrests made when the Memphis Safe Task Force is involved, and if it's included in their arrest numbers. MPD said they don't break out task force assisted arrests. And for the time period that the task force has been operating and made 4,698 arrests, MPD reports it made 5,758 arrests. But again, that includes arrests made with task force assistance. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office says they don't include any task force arrests in their arrest numbers. Only arrests made directly by their officers, not assigned to the task force. Tennessee Highway Patrol hasn't gotten back with us on their breakdown. We asked task force leaders about who gets credit for arrests, and are awaiting their response too.
We try to give as much information as we possible on those press releases. Obviously, we're subject to privacy considerations, so we probably wouldn't be putting names and dates of birth and social security numbers.
Pastor Earl Fisher says the murkiness only increases distrust in the community.
At the end of the day, we cannot correlate how much collateral damage has happened through all of these traffic stops, tens of thousands of traffic stops, to get approximately 5,000 arrests. And by my estimates, most of those arrests, and I think even by some of their own numbers, over half of those arrests have nothing to do with violent crime. So it's hard for us to trust what is coming out of the administration or what is coming out of this entity. And it's hard for us to feel confident that whatever is happening right now is actually what should be happening long term.
Investigating for your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
Now, Pastor Fisher says when it comes to the task force, transparency will only come when those in position of authority demand it.